Hello everybody, welcome back to Unapologetic Files. We are so excited to be back for season 2, and I think we're just ready to seriously
jump
jump
into
in.
it. Let's do it! Back to Unapologetic Files. We are your hosts, Kirsten.
And Avery.
And we are here with season 2.
So excited to finally be jumping back into things. I think getting into the groove of things is going to be a little bit of a challenge because I feel like we haven't sat down and done this in a really long time, so I'm excited.
Yeah, very excited. And we've missed you guys so much and missed sitting down and recording. And we already have made a schedule and everything. So we're going to be coming to you guys with a new episode every other week, twice a month on Thursdays.
Yep, and that means you need to mark your calendars for next Thursday, August 18th is when our next episode is going to be going up.
Yep, we're very excited to bring a lot of new topics and great conversations to your guys' ears and or to your screen. We're also on YouTube if you didn't know. And also if you're wanting to be interactive with our podcast, make sure to go to all of our social medias to have the opportunities to do so.
Yep, love it.
Awesome. So we're going to just jump right into today's episode with overcoming the times.
We want to talk about this because I think we can all relate in some sort of sense that times are just hard right now. The economy is not that great. I think a lot of people are struggling, whether it be mentally or financially or just struggling getting into a positive mindset. And so, yeah, I don't know about you, but I feel like I've just been kind of in almost like not necessarily a rut, but I just feel like I'm like I'm not inspired. I'm kind of stuck in a funk.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Right before we started recording, I was telling Avery, I almost feel like times right now for me personally are harder than when COVID first hit and everything shut down. I feel like I'm feeling it 10 times harder and it's harder to bounce back and I'm just feeling stressed more, and it's okay, well, why am I feeling stressed when I'm doing the same thing I did 2 years ago? I just feel like it's everybody's attitude too. When you walk into Walmart, everyone just seems cranky and just everyone is just down and all that kind of stuff. So,
and I think that's weird too a little bit, just because I feel like the summer season is known to be uplifting.
Yeah.
But I think going in and transitioning into the new season, it's an opportunity to kind of jump into the fall season that's coming up. I'm so excited.
I know.
With positivity and some new inspiration, and we're hoping that this episode brings that.
Yeah, so switching gears, we wanted to put a positive, uplifting episode out there for you guys to just kind of help you through these times, whether you're needing ideas on where to start or you're needing a little pick-me-up or just any of that. We want to be that voice in your ear to just help you guys out and be positive and happy and give you guys tips in any ways that we can.
Yep. So today's episode, like we said, is overcoming the times, and we're going to talk about the first topic, which is how to put your health first, yourself first, fill your own cup, and stay positive during times like such.
Yeah.
So I think we're both going to share kind of our inputs, kind of what we've been doing and how we've been reflecting on this time and combating some of the negativity that may be kind of floating around.
Yeah, that's in the air for some reason.
So I think the biggest thing for me is finding what inspires you. And when I say that, I more specifically find a resource that sparks the feeling of inspiration within. So whether that's Pinterest, books, a certain author, a blog, I think take the time every single day to visit this resource. Maybe 30 minutes a day. For me personally, I love Pinterest.
I was just gonna say that. I'm not even kidding.
I don't know what it is. Pinterest just, this is such a basic white girl topic. But seriously, I feel like when I go through Pinterest, specifically home decor for me brings me happiness. So if it's not home decor and it's nature, or if it's art or makeup, I think jump on there and scroll through. I think it inspires you. I feel like when you see other
I feel like
images.
Pinterest is also a very unique platform. You don't see the same thing every single day.
Right.
I feel like Instagram and even Facebook and all those other platforms get so repetitive because everyone's trying to do the same thing. But Pinterest is kind of a breath of fresh air. And the other thing I just popped in my head is there's like no negativity on Pinterest.
Yeah, there's
none.
Yeah, no comparison sort of. It's just people sharing ideas, and I love that because I feel like it's a mood board. And
that's a
I
great
think it
explanation.
sets the mood, right? Like, yeah, I love that. And I think like I found a quote, and I want to share it with you guys really quick. I'm looking at my notes here. I'm sorry, bear with me. But I found this quote by Steve Maraboli. I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, so I apologize. But it states, when you're living life as the best version of yourself, you inspire others to live the best versions of themselves. And so I think not necessarily, it's important to not compare yourself. We've talked about this before on social media and stuff. But I think finding a resource that brings you inspiration, and when you feel inspired, you're sparking inspiration in others because you're reflecting that, you're mirroring that.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share that. But what about you?
I love that quote.
What do you feel like?
I think for me, when I was sitting down thinking about this, it was finding out what brings me joy, or find out what brings you joy, and do more of it. I feel like joy is something that a lot of people don't actually like try to pursue in life, or try to be hopeful, or like all these big things. They try to search for like these short-term, quick satisfactions. We want everything right now. Well, that's gonna last a day, maybe two. But really, trying to be in tune with yourself. And figuring out what like genuinely makes you, but also makes you happy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So just taking the time to like look at your life, cycle through the things that you do, either on a daily basis or every now and then. I found when I did this, I was doing a lot of things in my day-to-day routine that didn't bring me happiness, and I'm like, oh, no wonder. Like to actually just be 100% real, and I like to say just naked with yourself as far as like being vulnerable and that kind of stuff. Like, nope, this doesn't bring me happiness, so swipe that left. This does, swipe that right. Like kind of cycling through your life in a way.
I like that you actually like sit down and take the time to think through that too. That is like, you need to take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, sit down and like actually
do it. You have to take the time to invest in yourself if you want to see results. Just like losing weight. You're not going to lose weight by just sitting on the couch. You got to actually take the time. And I think it's, it's sad in a sense that like it's crazy to take time for yourself. Right. And to like take time to actually sit down and think about your life and what brings you joy. And like that shouldn't be a task, but it is just because we live busy lives, so on and so forth. Right. But yeah, just taking the time to do that. I definitely inspire and encourage you guys all to do that. And then I actually have a quote that I want to share. I think right now I am at like a beginning state in my life, because like I just kind of cycled through everything, was like doing a lot of things that didn't bring me joy, and was just saying yes to a lot of things that I should have been saying no to. So I feel like I'm at a beginning stage, and I was at Vintage Market Days like 2 weeks ago, and I saw this quote, and I had to take a picture of it, and it's like just perfect that I had this for the podcast. But it says, for what it's worth, it's never too late to be whoever you want to be. I hope you live a life you're proud of, and if you find that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start over.
I love that. Turning the page.
How hopeful.
We're turning the page.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to start over. I found that brought me a lot of hope, and that's what I was missing before. But like, no matter how old you are, no matter what you've accomplished, like you can wake up tomorrow and start over. And that's okay. I love that. So I love that. Yeah, it was super inspiring tonight. Okay.
I love it. So talking about like the stress and things that are, it's just stressful times. I think we can all relate to that. I don't know. Is it just Kirsten?
I know. I was like,
let us know. Like, is it just us that are just very overwhelmed? It could be because we just have a lot on our plates. I've started a new job. Kirsten has a house.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It's just crazy. So talk to me a little bit about how you have been managing the stress. How have you been dealing with the stress?
Yeah, I would say I had to find out what relaxed me, because I feel like as humans, we all focus so hard on the feeling of stress. Right. And that can almost make us feel overwhelmed and hopeless when you're just sitting there like, I'm so stressed out, and then you circle in on the stress and then you lose hope. You're like, this is never going to get better, yada, yada, yada. So I tried to look at it from a different perspective, instead of like, okay, how can I get rid of the stress? Okay, let's look at it as what relaxes me. Because if I feel relaxed, the stress just kind of eases out of the room, or I'm not focused on it so much. Right. So I feel like it's a trial and error thing too. Like if you do something and you realize, okay, this is actually stressing me out more trying to do it.
Right.
Hey, let's not do that, you know?
Right.
Like me, it's so simple, but like reading a book. I feel like reading a book can make people feel relaxed, but it stresses me out more because, and it makes me so mad because I buy all these books and I want to take the time to sit down and read them, but my mind just is so...
I'm just curious.
What you're gonna ask? What books?
Yeah, what books have you been reading?
Oh god, I know you're gonna ask that.
What genres?
Romantic.
Oh no! Don't that shit. No.
Well, I've also tried like mental, like self-improving.
No, dump that shit too.
What am I supposed to read?
Well, you have always been my scary best friend. Like,
I know.
Like you enjoy scary movies and scary things, and that's something I think we've always related on.
100%.
Kaylee, if you're listening to this, she's always like the opposite. She's like,
no, thank
hell
you.
no. You guys have fun with that. You should try a mystery.
Okay. But what I do is I sit down and I try to read it, and then I think, oh, the dishes need to be... My head just goes bing, 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 and it stresses me out because I'm like, I'll get down like half a page, and then I'll have to reread because I don't know what I just read.
Okay, yeah, you just have not found the right book then.
Because, like, I try so hard.
Yeah, you have not found the right book.
hard.
I'm going to send you home with a couple today.
Okay.
Send Kirsten your book recommendations, guys, because we got to get her on this reading train.
Yeah, next episode we'll have an update.
I think you would really like it, but I understand.
Yeah, I don't know. My head is just bing, bing, bing.
We'll
so if you try to do something that stresses you out, don't do it. Things that relax me is taking a bath, getting fresh air, calling a close friend. If that stresses you out, talking about it, then don't do that. You know, so it's like a trial and error process, but try to figure out what relaxes you and then do it. Do more of it. Make it into your daily routine.
Yeah.
So that's what's helped me. What about you?
So I put down here to set boundaries for yourself. I think
we could do a whole episode on boundaries.
You know what I mean? Like, but I think it's important to set boundaries for yourself. And specifically for me lately, I just recently started a new job, and it's just been a lot. Like, it's just been a big adjustment for me. It's a completely different field than what I was in before. It's what I went to school for, so it's like my first job. Like first big girl job, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's just a big adjustment for me. But one thing that I've learned through this is that when I leave work, I have to just shut the door, and I cannot revisit it until the next day. And that's hard sometimes for me because sometimes, you know, I get home and I have 2 other businesses to run, and we have a podcast. And I'm helping my dad. You have a lot on your plate. I'm helping my dad run his 2 businesses, so it's just like a lot. So I've really gotten into this routine that as soon as I hit the door at home and I come through the door, I have a set routine and I stick to it. So for me, it's coming home, I do a little bit of cleanup, I take a hot bath, and when I take a hot bath, I leave my phone outside of the bathroom and I read. Because reading helps me. I know you love
reading.
But I have to keep my phone outside of the bathroom, otherwise I'm tempted to scroll. I mean, I do...
Or you hear a ding and you have to answer it.
I'm on my phone constantly, but that's what I do for a living. So it's just, you know, it's just hard for me. So I've had to, like, set that boundary for myself, leave it outside so I'm not tempted to touch it, and just sit down and read and relax. And I think, like, with like setting boundaries, I think it's also nice to set a routine, but specifically when setting a routine, I think like physically write down your routine. Physically write down your plans for the day. And I highly recommend investing, like big investing, all caps, okay, in a nice planner. Okay. And I think like that makes the biggest difference when you have like a nice planner and some nice pens. I don't know if it's just me that gets excited about stuff like that, especially going into the fall season. They've got all their back to school stuff out, and it's like my favorite section to go through, right? But like sitting down and writing out my schedule and writing out even like things that I need to get done when I leave work has helped a ton. But other ways that I feel like I de-stress would be, like I said, unplugging. I've been trying to leave my phone outside of the bedroom when I go to bed.
I have always wanted to do that.
It is hard. I think you have to get an alarm clock and just like leave it out here.
Yeah.
And I have to start slow, to be completely honest, because with my job, if something occurs in the middle of the night, I'm technically kind of on call in a sense. So I've been doing it recently, just like Friday through Sunday, because I have Friday through Sunday off, and so I just like let that time to just be.
You need that time to
You know
reset.
what I mean? Yeah. Another thing would be yoga at home. I don't know if any of you guys have tried this. I think exercising is one thing, but yoga I think is I love it.
It's soothing.
It is.
Yeah.
But I think like even at home, because sometimes you're like, then I gotta get dressed and I gotta put on deodorant, like to go to the gym. You're just like, nah, it's just like too much work. But I think like setting out a mat in your living room and YouTubing yoga at home, like relaxing yoga, is top notch. I also like to journal, and I just like to get out and walk, and I'm stuck in an office all day with no windows, so getting out and enjoying the elements is a big thing for me as well.
Yeah.
So that's what helps me de-stress. But let's talk about, I want to talk about some fun things, right?
Yeah.
Like hobbies, date nights, fun outings. What are some things that kind of occupy your mind and keep you busy, I feel like? When you're not having to work and focus on
responsibilities. Yeah, I think in the big part we focused on this topic too is affordable, because I know prices are going up. I mean, I just went to the grocery store the other day and I checked out. I was like, no freaking way, that's my total, and I only have 5 things. Like I literally could have cried at how much
gas
was. Gas, gas,
groceries. We did that the other day too. We went to the grocery store and I was like, what the heck?
What is going on?
I just don't even understand. It's so sad.
And Carson and I, we do date nights every Sunday, but we also want to do things with friends and everything. But then we sit there and we're like, okay, it's going to cost minimum $100 to go out and do something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So we want to go over a few things that we can do that's affordable, but also takes your mind off things. So just some ideas for affordable or free hobbies, date nights, fun outings, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you have?
I wrote down a couple of things, okay? Things to do together and things to do / hobbies to do by yourself. Because I think it's important to also have things that you're not doing with your significant other.
Oh, 100%.
That is affordable and still relaxing and occupying for yourself.
Yeah.
So things to do together. I put down a home cooking class date night at home.
Oh, fun.
So I think it'd be so fun to go to the grocery store, get a bunch of ingredients together, and maybe treat yourself a little bit. I know affordable, right? So we're just making one meal, but maybe treating yourself to going to a new grocery store, something, just something
make it
different.
More exciting than just go to Safeway.
Just something different. Yeah. And then coming home, and I think physically putting on a cooking class on YouTube.
Oh,
fun. I swear, YouTube is the best place ever.
Yes.
And everything's free on there, right? So I think a at-home cooking class would be super fun. Browsing a farmer's market or a vendor event. This is not Luke's favorite thing, but it's one of my favorite things. I love the farmer's market.
And he doesn't. Just not
no,
for him.
it's just
that's
no.
fine.
He could care less about tomatoes and zucchinis, and I'm over here.
You're the vegetable
I'm over
lover.
here so excited about him.
Yeah.
Yep. So I put that down. I put at-home painting with a twist with a beer or wine tasting.
Oh,
Luke and I have done this, and it was so fun. We each bought canvases, and you can get canvases practically
they have them at the
anywhere.
dollar store.
Yeah. You can get them anywhere, and they're actually very affordable depending on the size you get. I wouldn't go to Hobby Lobby because I feel like they're a little bit pricier, but I think if you just go to Michael's or Target or Walmart, I've been able to find them in places like that. I've been able to find them at Ross or TJ Maxx.
That's smart.
For really cheap.
Or even paint or something. Yeah.
Yep. So I think grab some painting supplies. Luke and I set up in the living room, and we put on a if you just YouTube, I swear YouTube is,
and especially with COVID, I think there's so many at home things.
Yeah.
No excuses, people.
Swear by it.
Google it.
Yeah.
You'll find something.
Yeah. So we found one, and we got the colors for it. We sat down, and then we bought some beer. We went to the liquor store and just bought the single cans of different beer and did a tasting.
Fun.
I think it ended up being maybe $40.
Yeah.
Which
and
I know is a
two
little bit
people,
right.
But two activities and 2 people.
Yep.
That's really
And I think
good.
if you have the paint already, or if you just want to just buy a bottle of wine to share or something like that, or
go to your parents' house, rate their stuff, and then bring it home.
Yeah. I'm coming for you, Mom. But we have done that before, and it was so fun. And then the other thing to do together that I put down is go for an evening drive without your phones. Leave your phones at home. Go for an evening drive, just like around the neighborhood. I don't know. I think it sparks conversation, and sometimes Luke and I both get wrapped up with work that we come home and we don't even want to talk.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You just want to be quiet. You want to sit in silence.
Yeah.
So I think leaving your phone at home and just going on a drive sometimes can spark some conversation, which we enjoy. And then hobbies that I put down that I would like to do myself is DIY projects. I don't know if you've ever browsed the thrift store and purchased I've purchased furniture before, really cheap furniture, and then taken it home and done a DIY project. Make your own little side hustle there, flip it and sell it. I don't know.
Or Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah,
that's a good
Get crafty.
too. Mm-hmm.
And then the last thing I wanted to share is Skillshare. I don't know if you've ever heard of this. But it's a website. It's called, I'm pretty sure it's Skillshare.com. I'm pretty sure is what it is. But if you just Google Skillshare, it'll come up. And they have a ton of classes. And it's technically free, but you pay a subscription, a monthly subscription. Your first month is completely free. So I highly recommend just jumping on it, doing your first month. Yeah. Browse around. There's a ton of stuff. They have everything from health and wellness to graphic design to photography, painting, leadership and business, creative writing, entrepreneurship. They have a ton of different courses.
Everything. Wow.
It's really cool. So highly recommend it.
Investing in yourself, you guys. Yeah. Investing in yourself.
Yep. That's what I have. What do you have?
Those are really good. Okay.
Thank you.
So for me, I kind of just made a random little list. So first thing is volunteering, because volunteering is free. I love volunteering at animal shelters. That's what I love. Huge animal lover here. So just, finding your passions and then seeing if you can volunteer in what that passion is.
I love that.
And then completely free is classes at your local gym or rec center. If you live in a house, you get that gym or rec center, and I think people forget the classes there, that there are classes there. So me and my cousin Aria, we do Zumba twice a week.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
And I am not a dancer. I cannot shake my butt, I cannot shake my hips, I don't know how to move my body. And so she was actually the one who was you need to do Zumba, just try it. And I went. I was terrible. Still am. We go every 2 weeks for months now.
Yeah.
But I just laugh and I have fun, and it's I don't stress about it or anything. I just am totally in the moment. So, and it's completely free. Yeah, it's built into your metro if you want to be picky about it. But you know what I mean? It's not a fee on top of that. So look into your local gym or rec center to see what classes you can take, or get into a sport like basketball or pickup or anything like that. And then there's this date night book. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Is it the Adventure?
Yes.
Okay.
The Adventure Challenge.
First of all, let me just say their marketing team is bomb, because I see it everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah. There's a family edition, and then there's a couples edition.
There's a couples edition, but they have several couples editions. They have
they
have a regular one, and then they have an in-bed one.
I've seen the in-bed one. I didn't know they had a regular one.
Yeah, they have an adventure book. They have a bunch of different options.
Fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I really like this because, I just said I didn't know they had a regular one, but that's the one we have. It's the in-bed one. I've seen that we don't have. But I love it because it's affordable. Yeah, you got to get the book, but once you have it, there's price limits. So if you're only have $20, you can go to the $20 or less section, and it will give you date night ideas for $20 or less, and you scratch it off. So it's a game. It's fun. But it's also affordable because you put the $20 limit.
Have you done any in it yet?
We've done one, it was kind of a fail, if I'm being honest. Because it was drive to a town that's an hour, or maybe it was 45 minutes to an hour away that you've never been to before, and go sit down at a diner you've never been to before and eat dinner. Well, what am I going to drive to Callahan?
That's so true. It's no matter.
Am I gonna drive to Lyman?
You have to. Wendy's? No, you gotta increase that time frame to more 3 to 4 hours.
Because Colorado Springs is only 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, we could have done it, but we did it literally at 7 p.m. at night. So
did you just go someplace you've never been, or were you guys just let's just DoorDash something?
Well, we went to Sonic. But we went to Sonic because because we were like, okay, it's date night. What do we? Well, in high school, that was our spot, was Sonic. And so we were like, okay, well, we can kind of make a connection there. So, anyway.
That is hilarious.
But I do.
Good effort.
Yeah, I do recommend, though, being fully invested when you do one.
Yeah.
Be fully invested. Like, scratch it up and do it no matter what. Don't do it at 7 p.m. But it also gives you times on there to do it.
Gotcha. But it is hard in Colorado Springs to drive.
It's hard.
45 minutes to someplace you've never been unless you want to go eat in a field.
Yeah, exactly. Who wants to do? Well, sadly, the fields are all. There's homes on them now. There's the Colder-Slack we went, and we'd always do like our high school get-togethers there. All homes. Like there's just no Falcon fields anymore.
I know it is sad.
It's not the old Falcon it was.
I know.
Before. And then some other affordable things I just did: picnic, game night, at home. You know, if you have board games already at home, do a fun game night. And then I actually did painting with a twist at home too. Yeah, I put that down too.
Have you guys done that before?
No, we never have.
It's so fun. Luke was so timid. He was like, I can't paint. What the hell do you mean? We're going to sit down and paint. But if you look up like DIY painting with a twist and they do it the step-by-step videos, it's actually like Luke's turned out great. I was very impressed.
Is it hung up in your bedroom and everything?
No, I actually think we threw him away when we moved.
That's why he's butthurt about it.
It was just the action that counted.
No, that's awesome.
Effort. Yeah.
So there's some ideas for y'all. If you're on any social media or anything, let us know what your guys' ideas are. Because, you know, new ideas are always the great way to go. Like if you've never done something.
Yeah, and like ladies, like when does your man ever come up with creative stuff like this? No. Okay, mine neither.
Oh, okay. I was like, does yours?
No.
Mine doesn't.
No.
Oh, okay.
Heck no.
He tries. Well, I can't even say he tries. Yeah. No.
Luke's like, let's go to Shields.
Okay, we were just talking about saving money, honey. Like now you're gonna bring up Shields.
I know.
Goodness.
Yeah. So
gracious.
like, ladies, let us know in the comments on any of our social media what you guys like to do. If you've done anything that you had great success with, like, let us know because I want to know some other date night ideas. Sometimes it's hard, especially where we are. Like, I feel like there's only so much to do here in Colorado Springs and Falcon. You know what I mean? Especially in Falcon.
And it's all repetitive and all expensive. I tell you. Yeah. It's all expensive.
Yeah.
So speaking about finances and expensive and all that, we won't touch too much on the stressful side of things, but like life is expensive.
Right.
So we
especially
wanted to,
right now.
Yeah. So we wanted to give you guys some financial related tips. The first thing that I have, or the one and only thing I had, I wanted to share with you guys the 50-30-20 rule. Have you ever heard of this?
I have not.
Okay. Well, so what you do is you basically divide up after-tax income. So basically the money that gets deposited into your account.
Right.
And you're supposed to split it up. So it's 50% on needs. 30% on wants.
Love that.
And socking away 20% to savings.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I feel like it's something that's manageable and it's not like too overwhelming. Like, okay, 50% goes to savings.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's something that you can actually like maybe try out a paycheck or two to see if you see your savings going up or not.
Right.
But that's just a simple rule that y'all could try if you've never tried anything.
50-30-20.
Yep, 50-30-20.
I love it.
And if you forget, you can just Google it because it's all over.
Gotcha.
I guess it's common. We haven't tried it yet, but we were just Carson and I were trying to figure out like budgeting, things you can do,
different
and we popped it up,
options.
and I was like, this one's actually manageable, it seems like.
Right.
So.
That's awesome.
That's mine.
Okay, I have a couple for you guys, not many, but I have to talk about this app that I have discovered. I feel like I
love apps.
I do love apps.
That's good though, because they're convenient.
Okay, this app is free, and I swear by it. Okay, I swear by it because I am the kind of person that I have a really hard time saving. And I have a really hard time saving because I can see that I have the money, so I'm like, what? You know?
Yeah.
So there's this app, it's called Digit. I feel like I maybe have talked about this before briefly, but I'm going to kind of dive in a little bit deeper. So you sign up for this app, it's called Digit. Wow, can you hear my cat?
What? That sounds like a little kid.
Oh, no, he's just yelling at, they're just yelling at each
That
other.
legit sounds like a little
Theodore! Okay.
That sounds like a kid.
Yeah, that's just what he does.
I don't have cats, so that was really weird for me. That That literally sounded like a baby
Yeah,
crying
he
or
just-
something.
It's him and Leo fighting.
Okay.
They're just, yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Dogs just
Okay.
bark.
They're, interesting ones
Okay.
for sure.
Sorry, continue.
It's okay. I'm sorry. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Okay, Digit. I will leave a link in our social media for the app, but if you just search Digit, it's a blue app with white design in it.
She likes to get very technical.
Okay, you download it, you put in your bank information. It is secure. I've been using it for probably 5 years now. And you set up certain savings goals. So not necessarily an amount, but things you're saving for.
Oh,
So I'll put like housing. I have one for Christmas, travel, wedding. Whenever I get a ring, you guys, we're working on it. We're working on it.
Working very hard on it.
And then I have like one that's like it like defaults as rainy day savings, which is just like for emergencies and things you need, right?
That's a cute name.
I know.
Did you come up with that?
No, it like defaults.
I was
But
like,
I was like, that's what I thought too.
Rainy days.
So then you just set a max budget, like a max amount of money that Digit can pull out of your account.
Okay.
So I think I have mine set at like between like $20 and $50.
Oh.
And it pulls out different amounts every single day. So one day it'll pull out 30 cents. The next day it'll pull out, your max budget. One day it'll pull out $3. It just pulls out money randomly, like once a day, once every other day. It pulls it out randomly and it tucks it into these little savings folders. And then before you know it, you don't even realize it, and you check your app and you're like, I have
$200
so
or whatever,
money for It is so convenient because it's something that you don't have to think about. Like I don't have to sit down and think about, okay, I need to put this money into, housing.
Yeah.
I need to move $200 into travel funds. Like you don't have to think on it so much because it just does it by itself. I swear by it. And you can set like a goal, like I want to save $500 for Christmas by
I was going to say,
December
can you set
1st.
a time goal on
Yes.
it?
By
Wow.
December 1st. And then it'll pull money based on your time frame so that you reach that amount by December 1st.
That's, wow.
It's brilliant. Whoever
That is-
created it is brilliant.
That is seriously so brilliant.
I seriously highly recommend it. Download it, try it for a couple weeks, and let me know because seriously, it's a game changer.
I love that you don't see the money coming
Exactly.
out. So you're not like, oh.
Exactly.
And then you go to your account and you still have what you can spend.
Yep. And then
Wow.
whenever you're ready to use
Genius.
it, it's like Venmo or PayPal, you just deposit it back into your account. Like it just connects straight to your
Wow.
bank account.
Genius.
Highly recommend it to anybody. So I wanted to talk about that. The other thing I think is opening up a business, right? Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people are very timid about opening up a business for a lot of reasons. I think a lot of people get intimidated by the process of registering an LLC, registering a business, trying to figure out the steps to go about it. And
It can be very intimidating.
Yes, it is, totally. But I think, go for it.
Yeah.
I seriously think, for me, I feel like success comes from having multiple streams of income. 100%. I just feel like it's really allowed me to live a life where I don't feel so strapped.
Yeah.
Because I'm having, I'm not relying on one check. And yeah, it is work, but even just opening up a little Etsy shop with, your photography or digital art pieces that you design, opening up.
Maybe that new hobby you started.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's
I think even crocheting.
embroidery? No, it's
Oh.
the embroidery. I know that was the crochet motion.
I was confident in that answer.
No, what is it? Embroidery or what is that? When you embroidery or whatever through the.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Okay.
I know
Just
what you're
ignore
talking
me.
about.
It's fine.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But
Continue.
seriously, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Or if you have a skill set that you want to share with somebody else, create an ebook, create a, your own. If you are really good at budgeting, create some documents that other people could use and fill out to help organize their finances, and then sell them on Etsy. There's so many different options. I feel like, and I feel like there is a little bit of entrepreneurship in everybody.
Yeah. You just have to.
You have to find the passion and then just pull it out. And yeah, I just highly recommend it. If you've been thinking about it, here is your sign from me. Okay, go for it, do it. I swear by it. Yeah, I think just opening up a little side hustle is just fun because I think not only is it going to help you financially, but it also sparks inspiration and it gives you something to work towards, especially right now. Yeah. So I said that, and then the other thing is the cash stuffing budget, which is very similar to Digit.
Okay.
But it's like physical. So if you're not somebody, were you gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say I've seen it, and I love that the physical part of it. If you're not an app person,
yep. If
you
you're not an
literally
app
see the
person,
money.
yep. If you're not an app person, it's called the cash stuffing budget. You can TikTok it, search it on TikTok. You'll get sucked in and you'll be on there for hours because it's I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like it's very satisfying to watch.
So satisfying. You're like,
so you like pull out your check or a certain amount of your check each month and you buy on Amazon. They have actual cash stuffing envelopes like a binder, and then you label them different things, like I said, like Christmas, travel, rainy day, whatever, emergency, and then you divide that cash into these different folders, and then you keep that folder tucked away somewhere safe. So if you're not somebody that likes to do EFTs or like digital transfers of money, this is a great option for a physical version of
the same
Digit.
thing.
Yeah. So I just wanted to mention it, but if you haven't looked it up,
TikTok it. So satisfying.
TikTok search it, cash stuffing budget. It's pretty satisfying to watch. Yep. That's what I have.
No, love it. Those are all great. I love the Digit. I'm gonna check that out because I love that you don't see it.
Seriously try it out. Seriously, let me know.
Yeah.
Because I swear by it.
Okay, you guys. Well, that is everything we have for you for today's episode. I hope that gives you guys a little inspiration or starting point or just a little positive voice in your ear to kind of just keep pushing forward and keep pushing through these times, no matter what you're going through.
I completely agree.
So,
we wanted to make an announcement real quick.
Excited.
Speaking of side hustles and businesses, some of you may have known that I own Hangers Haven, which is an online women's clothing boutique. And I just wanted to make it public again and announce that Kirsten is now co-owner with me along with Kaylee. And I think like finding a passion, starting a business, but then bringing the people that you love alongside with you, it makes the biggest difference in the world. Makes the biggest difference.
That's awesome. That should be on a t-shirt. Find your passion and bring people. That's kind of long, I guess. But that was like a good t-shirt little moment. But yeah, super, super grateful to be brought on along this amazing team. And it's just been so exciting. And it's brought my creative side out, I've found. So
it's helped me because it's hard to juggle so much. And now I don't feel like it's, for a while, to be very candid, I lost inspiration and I felt like it was more of a task than a passion. And now that I have like you and Kaylee alongside with me, it's like kind of reignited my fire and love for it because I love it and I didn't want to turn it off. So I was like, okay, I need something to fuel the fire.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have imagined picking anybody else besides Kaylee and Kirsten to run it with me. So I'm so excited. Check out www.hangers.com. I'm going to plug that in now.
Hangershaven.com.
www.
You said www.hangers.com.
Oh, I did?
Yeah. That's okay. You
That
were into it.
That won't take you anywhere fun. www.hangershaven.com.
Or go to any of our socials and you'll see it posted everywhere.
Yep. Check it out for sure.
And then we also wanted to go into something else really exciting that we've been thinking of, and that is potential merch coming.
I know. We made some mocks. Kirsten made some mock-ups, and they are so cute, so comfy, and I think they would be really fun to have just for the fall season for sure.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in merch, then let us know in the comments below. Let us know if there's any funny sayings we've had.
Yeah, let us know what you guys want to see. Or, let us know what y'all would want.
Yeah.
Definitely do that. And then the last thing we wanted to touch on was just the updated schedule, which I know we touched on at the beginning, but every other week On Thursdays, we will be bringing a new episode to you guys.
Yep.
So make sure to subscribe, get your favorite platform you like to listen on, just so you guys can make sure to tune in every other week.
Yep, every other Thursday.
Also, let us know what you guys want to hear from us, topic ideas, all that kind of stuff, because we're open to all of that.
I don't know if you guys listened to our Galentine's Day episode, but we had a guest speaker on our Galentine's Day episode. We talked about like womanhood and
the spicy side of things as well. Yeah.
But I think having a guest speaker on was super fun, and that's something I think we want to look
definitely more
towards.
into.
Yeah. So if there's any specific topics of guest speakers that you guys would like to hear from, please let us know in the comments below as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that is it.
I think that's everything. We could ramble on forever just because we've missed you guys so much and recording and all of that. But we'll end it here. And yeah, don't forget to check out all the socials. I know we said that like a million times. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll tune in for our next episode not next Thursday, August 18th.
Every other week we'll be bringing a new episode to you guys, so don't forget to subscribe, comment down below all the things we said to comment on. Yeah. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Goodbye.
Bye.